always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. We've arrived along Orange Blossom Trail at Camping World Stadium here in beautiful Orlando, Florida. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bulldogs' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads-up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads it left. And it's caught. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on 3rd down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. DBs lock up tight on the receivers. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Motion from the wideout. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
And I tell you what, these big body tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard, you got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, they'll do the rest.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Oh, he found a space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Makes a man miss. Gets away from one. He's got space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll get rid of it. He's open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll try the run. Open space at the 25. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Intercepted to stop the threat.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. Tough physical run, stiff arm and all as they get it out to the 13. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Using his legs, it's Parker. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Colorado found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A prime example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Boulder. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He fires to the left side. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Good timing on the quick out. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wideout, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Handoff to the lone back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. There he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. to the air on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Mississippi State hoping to ring up a score in this red zone trip. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Wants to keep it in the air. Back's got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Notre Dame escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think the Irish fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He'll try to do it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. It's complete on the right side. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got his man, makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
One more snap coming before halftime. Defense playing a bail technique. Going to swing it on second down. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. He's at the 10. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. An easy decision there for the offense to decline the penalty and take the touchdown. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
From the gun to give, looking for room. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
And they fail to hook up on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Gives it on the option.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Quick strike complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Now on 2nd and goal. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Hand off to the fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. To the ground with the back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running back searching for a hole. Plows through the defense. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Under fire. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, you see the offense trying to hook up on that in route, but the receiver just not able to create enough separation to complete that throw.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Give to the running back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Milner. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Firing to the right, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Buying some time. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. And he makes the grab at the 20. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. This quarterback, part of their running game. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Here's the handoff. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The handoff, keep working on that clock. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds, too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using.
He now has 84 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn.
He's running free down the middle. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Gonna look downfield again. And it's his fourth interception of the game.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Handoff to the lone back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Quickly to the tight end. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Got his man quickly. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.